Check. You heard the Cuff It remix?
Huh?
You heard the Cuff It remix?
The slow one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it better.
Because you had sex to it.
I did not. Why would you even think? I didn't even hear it. Like, no.
Okay. You saw it at the concert?
Huh?
You went to the concert?
No. Where did I hear it?
While having sex.
No, I did not.
Okay, Greg. Would you have sex?
Do you play
to it?
music every time you have sex?
I want to.
But you don't.
I can't. Sometimes I even have AirPods on.
I know you told us this.
Yo, it's like a phenomenal feeling. It's like you're in an IMAX theater. In 3D. Not even like, it's 4D actually because it's really happening. It's
How often do
amazing.
you put music on?
Surround sound. It just depends. Sometimes it's like.
Let's be honest, most of the time it just was ever on TV.
No. It's so bad because we have. It's like, no, like we'll watch like Matt Hoffa. We'll watch like
That's
On Your
weird.
Leisure. Like we'll talk like we'll watch like.
You fucked a podcast? That's weird, bro.
It's like taking in so much information. 'Cause, and then sometimes I get to control music.
You mean to tell me somebody's hearing, yeah, it is piping? Yo, if that's you, that's fire. Can
I
you
like
let me
it.
know?
Because I be doing some things too to help in the background.
Wait.
Be like, go girl, you go boy, you go boy. No?
No.
I do that now. Use it, soundbite.
Wow. Wow. Oh, yes, remix is better. Let's not even say it's better. They're equally good.
Okay. I agree with that then.
That's
But
the
I
first
like
time.
the upbeat music. There's a lot of, but it's definitely on my one of my playlists
It's on my playlist.
to be humping.
No.
Oh, you don't have like a playlist to have sex to?
No. Yo, who puts music on? Who has time to put music on? Who even
Someone that has time.
I get
Why are
it
you
if
rushing
it-
into, like, I get the quickies. I get but like when you know it's about to go down, like why not set the mood, set the vibe? You know, we gonna eat dinner. We'll eat like a snack when we watch something. You know, no, maybe we won't. I just put music in the background, and now every time you think about that one song and that position I was in or you was in,
Until Lord You Are
like,
Good comes
oh
on.
my gosh. Why would you put that on a playlist?
Because it can accidentally come on.
Why would you do that on a sex playlist?
Yeah, sometimes
You don't have. You should create a sex playlist.
No. You have a
I have.
my R&B playlist.
No, because
No, it's too
yours
much
be like
different.
to the left. You be like, wait a minute, I want to go to the right.
To
and
the
I don't
left, to the left.
No, so no, I think you should, because you like music too. I
Love
think you should
music.
even like consider, because it's a vibe. Because then again, like I like replaying moments. Like I'm a person that, like, full transparency, like I enjoy porn. I think porn is great, but I like my imagination, and I like to use my imagination more than I like to watch porn when I'm like alone, or even sometimes with my partner. I like playing, but nonetheless, it's just I need to. I feel like I lost the words.
Did you?
Did or what?
Did you lose the words?
I think I did. I feel like I need to set. Yeah, I did. I don't even know where I was going. I feel like I was saying too much, and then my too much said Gigi.
And once again, this is watered down, people. This is watered down.
My bad.
This is
Moving
watered down.
on.
Anywho. All right. That's loud.
Sound like we at church. All right, I'm here.
She said it's like we're in church. You don't feel uppy? Now you know we can't take it out. Come on, you got rhythm. You could be on beat. Don't do that. Oh, that should just be the clip right there.
I'm screaming.
Right there. Banter. All right. So, banter question for today is, what is something right now that you are proud of? Don't think too deep on this either.
I didn't. I was just laughing because I'm still like vibing to the music.
Hey.
My project management mindset. I think that like with everything that has happened, and I've still been able to kind of transition into spaces where I've been able to use some things that I've learned or some things that have already been installed in me to elevate and create networking capabilities for myself. Like being able to provide vision, sometimes like executing that vision for others. I'm proud of that. Oh, and this pod.
The pod is the second thought. It's the afterthought.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. That's good. Project mindset. Project manager mindset.
But I love this pod like so much. I think that just even because we bake, I know you guys missed this. I missed this too. This has been a journey in itself, and like just to know how we've like evolved and how we've even gotten here, and we've even, fought to even be here. It's like I think that it's really just something to kind of pat ourselves on the back with, because sometimes it's really easy to give up and just be like, let's just move forward and do whatever we have to do. But it's another thing to like keep at it, stay consistent, and wanting to come back and provide content for y'all.
Sometimes you just gotta stifle some ideas. That's good though. Project manager mindset.
People be throwing their rock and hiding their hand like, it's okay. If you want the smoke, get the smoke. If you don't want the smoke, don't start the fire, Greg.
You right. One thing I'm proud of right now is my ability to really fuck up people's algorithms on Instagram.
So I'm so happy I'm not on there.
Like, it is bad.
Can you give us an example? Because
sure.
Like okay.
So Will, shout out to Will, friend of the show.
Yes.
Will recently signed up for Instagram.
Recently. Shout out to you. Me too.
His shit I think is Will 23, some shit like that. Follow him. He cool. But as soon as he decided to create that account with Meta and put in that password in the application, he sent me a video. For those of you who don't know, I love to send reels. I am the real sender.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, to the point where you can get like 10 reels from me back to back in a matter of minutes.
That's crazy.
Especially at like 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm awake. Whoo! But Will signed up. He sent me a very innocent video that he just thought was funny. It was funny. I said,
it was at that moment.
It was at that moment. He fucked up. Because, and I will put myself out there and I don't care. My humor is dark. Like, darker than my shirt. Dark. Like, don't step outside looking the way you look and thinking that it's going to be okay.
Are you the person that would record someone?
Never. Okay. Never.
But you will share.
But I will share the shit out of something someone else posts.
I hear you.
So I sent Will 4 videos back to back. of different dark jokes and ask what his algorithms look like. Because if you watch the whole video, they're going to give you that video. And more, it was watching the horror.
I just imagine what you sent. What?
Yo, if
what you send?
What? I need a nice one.
Okay.
So it's this video. It's this meme going around of this girl.
I'm here, Greg. I'm here with you.
It's this meme going around of this girl.
Mm-hmm.
She got Down syndrome.
I think we should stop there. I think we should stop right there. That's banter, y'all. That's what you're proud of.
I am very proud that I ruined people's algorithms.
Banter. Yeah. All right. So
if y'all want reels from me, hit me up on Instagram. I got all the reels because I'm the realest. Y'all was there. You was there. You felt it. You felt it.
I'm here. We here.
We here.
We here.
So let us know what you're proud of right now.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well, I'm just saying that you have either underestimated the thought process of this woman.
You don't think I prepared?
This is too much.
This is every week, bro.
I'm ready.
The gist of this conversation is that I'm right and y'all wrong. Wait, can I get that back? What combo is this?
114.
Welcome to JustAConvo with Greg and Gigi. Dang, I'm fucking this all up. Welcome to Convo 114 of JustAConvo with Greg and Gigi. I'm the person that talk first. I'm Greg. I'm joined by my sister in red.
Gigi.
What to do, Gigi? How are you?
I'm doing amazing, Greg.
Oh, shit. Smell in the head.
Doing amazing. You know.
Are we being transparent here?
Are you testing me, Greg?
I'm not testing you. We play no games.
Thank you.
Scantron.
In the past 2 weeks, have been amazing. I've gone to concerts. I feel like I did more than now. I did some brunches, had some lunches, sprinkled a few dinners. It was good to be around certain people.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. So it was good. That's what I got for you, Greg.
That's what you got for me?
Yes. How are you?
Tired. I am exhausted.
I believe that, Greg.
Yo, get out. Just go. Just go.
What happened?
Nothing.
It's the ad libs. You don't like it?
Okay, Migos.
Oh. That's a Migos.
That's designer. Ooh, don't do that again.
Oh.
Nah, I'm tired though. Went to South Africa. 6 hours is a real difference.
Yes, it is.
That's a whole quarter of a day.
Yes, it is.
Didn't realize that.
Think about it. When you go to China, it's 12 hours.
Yeah, I want to go to China someday though.
12 hours.
But yeah, that's
Philippines, 12 hours.
for real. You been there?
No, I was talking to a customer support representative at T-Mobile. Shout out to you, Paulo. That's how I ended up like even getting my phone. And we were just talking about like changing my plan. Then we were just talking about anime. Then we talked about like
You did all this with customer service?
yeah. I had to wait on the line anyway, so we just started. Well, he started telling me about his life, and I said, "That's amazing."
Wait, you were talking. This was in the store.
No, this was over the phone. He was in the Philippines because he wanted me to guess where he was at.
You was waiting in line, still
No,
talking.
I was on the phone.
It,
What? I'm confused.
very, because when I'm on customer service, usually I'm annoyed.
I understand customer service, sir. If you know what you're talking about, I'm not annoyed. But if you don't, that's when I do, and I no longer want to talk to you. Give me a supervisor. Oh, your supervisor don't know? Talk to the manager because I deal with customer support. So someone's going to let me know that I know what I'm talking about. Because we're not here for no reason. Make it make sense. But with Paulo, he made everything make sense. We changed my plan to a lower rate. I took off something I was paying for I didn't need. I got a new phone. Like, we had a great time.
Christian Mingle?
What do you mean? No, we're not gonna. We talked about Demon Slayer anime. Shout out to you, Blaze, and how there's a new season coming up. Like, he's talking about how like
I'm not the only. I can't be the only person that think this is weird.
gotta just be talking to people
That you had a full blown conversation
over the phone
with your customer service rep for T-Mobile.
over the phone in the Philippines, and he had to call me back.
Bet you he did.
He had to. Shout out to you, Paulo.
What? Okay, but yeah, 6 hours is different.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, so sorry, Greg. I'm here.
Yeah, with Paulo. You said you hot?
Hungry.
Me too.
Yeah.
I can eat. Yeah, South Africa was cool. The biggest takeaway, right? So we went to Soweto, and did that's a historic place in South Africa. It's where a lot of the uprisings and apartheid happened. Yo, that shit was the civil rights movement. Literally, like if you read the shit that happened in apartheid and the shit that happened in the civil rights movement, you could just swap names.
Wow. I mean,
like that's just wild to me.
I think that you could do that in a lot of countries that had to become independent.
For sure. I think what was crazy. I think what was so crazy, because I agree with you. Anytime there's a revolution, absolutely you could definitely do. You could compare stories. I think what was just crazy about it was colonizers and black people. Like literally fire water hoses and dogs sicked on little children. Fire hose and dogs sick. It was like, are you just telling America's story right now? Is that what you're doing?
Wow.
And that joke was wild to me. Like wild that literally identical things happened. I think the main difference is Martin Luther King died and Nelson Mandela just went to jail.
But they still tried to take him away.
Yeah. And the CIA was involved in getting Nelson Mandela arrested.
Allegedly.
Alleged what? I don't get that. What? Nah, yo.
We understand. We saw Snowfall, Greg.
I did.
So we understand with the CIA and
That's
how
very
far they need to go to get what they need to get to be great.
Yo, I love America. I would just leave it at that because
Yes, he does.
because we are on a public platform and my microphone is being weird, bro. But yeah. Can we want to jump into topics because it kind of leads into my first topic.
There we go.
So because of that experience of like just really, I wish you could understand how I felt in that moment. Like it pretty much in all parts of South Africa, like Johannesburg, it's like the rich part, and there's nothing but white people that live there. And you would think, let me not say, I'm gonna be ignorant. I'm the ignorant one. I thought like you go to Africa, you're gonna see rich black people, you're gonna see rich Africans. And don't get me wrong, there were some rich Africans there, but in Johannesburg it was white. And then we went to the rural lands and like the Drakensberg, and these black people are living in slums because the farm that they have been living on for years is now owned by a white man who don't want them to build on his land anymore. In fact, he wants them off. And it's like, damn, can we catch a break? Like, damn. So, we'll bring you to my first topic of like, so I started thinking about my mindset. Like, what do I think? Like, how do I think? Especially when it comes to like stuff like that. When you think about poverty, you think about education, you think about technology. Like, my question is, do you think narrow-minded in the sense of like you think of your immediate surroundings, or do you think broad and like how it affects everything, or how it affects everything in a sense? Does that make sense?
Yes and no, because when it gives me your story, it doesn't correlate the same to me.
Okay. So can I give you an example?
Okay.
So like this was something that that happened to me often, especially when I came back from college. Like when I come back from college, I should say. Like my views on poverty and stuff just changed because I met this white dude at Montclair who was in EOF, who was poorer than me. Like he didn't have shit. And I feel like a lot of times the people who I talk to, especially coming from Jersey City, they only think about their immediate surroundings, about what poverty looks like and how things aren't fair for them, or how black people are the only ones that use Social Security and stuff like that. I'm like, it's not true. Like there's many other people who use that to their advantage. So, and granted, it's abused by some, but it's really beneficial for others. So it's things like that where I'm like, your like views can be definitely, I won't call it narrow-minded. I like to use the word siloed because it is. It's like you only think about what you see, not necessarily what is actually out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, was that a good example?
Yes, perfect. Okay. Because I've actually traveled the world, not everywhere, but enough to understand that even our poverty is not the same.
Oh no,
as
poverty
other
is relative.
countries' poverty. I've understood that already. I understood growing up as a Haitian woman that they would put things in things. A thing called a doom, like a doom. Yeah. They'll fill it up with like food and things like that, perishables, and then ship it over. Back. Yeah. So like understanding that at a young age, when my grandmother was doing that, sending food and clothes and everything back there, I always understood that no matter how much I may think I have less of, there's someone that has less than me.
Yeah.
So yeah, in that aspect. But I also understand that I'm not really social media based, so there's things that I am ignorant to until I'm not. So
okay, so have you ever had a conversation? You're pretty well traveled, and I would think your mind is open.
I ain't go to Africa yet.
Cool. So
I'm just saying, I'm gonna go.
Don't go to South Africa. That ain't Africa. That's
Don't do that.
That's America 2.0.
I'm screaming.
Or America adjacent.
I'm screaming.
But have you ever had a conversation with someone who was like, who you felt was closed-minded? And if you say me, I promise you, I will cut your braid.
Where?
I don't know.
Well, hair can grow back.
Oh, I'm not closed-minded
Anymore.
No, certain things. What do you consider closed-minded? Give me something that I'm closed-minded on. Come on, give it a buck. I can take it.
Okay.
Pause.
Relationships.
How?
I think that you have a certain mindset of the relationship that you want to be in and you are in, that the facets of other relationships may not ever make sense to you.
That's being closed-minded to it?
Yeah, because everybody don't want what you want, Greg.
I know that. No, I got that. 1,000% understand.
Yeah,
that.
but you don't. It's not reciprocated.
What do you mean?
It's not. I said what I said.
No, what do you mean by it's not reciprocated?
Everybody don't want what you want.
Okay.
But they don't make it seem like there's anything wrong with it, or they don't not support it.
Do you think I make it seem like there's something wrong with it? Because that to me would be that I'm closed-minded. No, I'm asking. Do you think it makes...
Yeah, that's why I said it.
I make it seem like something is wrong with people's relationships? Because I disagree with their relationships?
No. Well, I think it's the perspective that you have on it. Because of your own perspectives or your lack of perspective. I think there's some experiences that you haven't or never or don't need to have. And there's also experiences that you've had that no one should want to have either. But again, there are some experiences that you don't or won't ever have to experience.
For sure. I'm trying to like use context clues to figure out when have I been like, that's just wrong. Like your thought on that relationship is just wrong.
Okay. I just think it's not specifically on me. I think it's just in general. I think it's like if the world heard my views and openness on relationships and sexuality and then heard yours, we're on
different ends of the spectrum. I know that.
That's where we are.
Yeah, but that's not closed-mindedness. That just means we differ.
Yeah, but I can see that. You can't see over here. You'll never be able to see or understand here. I will see and be able to understand where you're at.
So closed-mindedness to you is not necessarily.
It's finding understand that like just because I don't agree don't mean I don't understand. Sometimes you just don't understand and you don't agree.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
Okay.
Because I feel like I don't always understand. That is not true.
I'm screaming.
But that's not my definition of a closed-minded person. A closed-minded person to me is like, that's bad, and that's it. You're not changing my mind on it. It's bad. That's it. To me, that's a closed-minded person.
Yes, because there are some things that are definitively bad, but I don't think that makes you a closed-minded person. I think that it's the idea that someone can give you perspective and thought.
That's what I meant to say. A perspective is bad, and that's it. Like, if you never changing my mind on it. Like, someone could be like, homosexual marriage is wrong. That's it. Like, Nope, I don't support it. I don't care for it. If you do it, I'm disowning you. You can't tell me two people of the same sex can love each other. That makes no sense to me. Absolutely not.
Sound clip that, because it's like a oxymoron in itself.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
I know, but that's exactly what they're gonna sound.
Oh, I was about to say, wait.
Okay.
Oh, oxymoron. Got it. Yeah, but to me, that's a closed-minded person where you can't see. And if that's who you are, that's who you are. I'm not throwing shade at nobody, but that's just my definition of a closed-minded person. I don't think I'm a closed-minded person.
Okay. Because my thing is, I know that you could be open to things. I won't say that.
Okay.
Joy's.
Like I could give you the one time I know I was totally closed-minded, and I still am very closed-minded on it.
I don't understand how we got over there. I tried to cross the street with you, and you went right back across the other street.
Because
now you're open to it. Go ahead, Greg.
When we was talking about the whole spirits bullshit. Yeah, no. Y'all not getting me. Nah.
No.
Don't care. Okay. Nope. But see, that's closed-mindedness, and I will openly admit that.
Okay, so you talk about like ghost spirits?
Yeah, no, I don't believe that.
Do you believe in the Holy Ghost?
Yep.
You believe people be catching the Holy Ghost? No, wait. Answer that question effectively.
No.
But what is this?
No.
But what is this?
Because I was like, but then as I'm thinking about it, so every time I look at it, I feel like people are putting on a show.
Is that how you really feel?
Most of the time.
You don't think that sometimes when you be playing the drums and all of a sudden you just be playing the shit out the drums and you have like no recollection of how you played this, you don't have no moments like that. You're always there, present. Well, so you don't believe that people have the Holy Ghost either?
Yeah, some things about church, you just, for me, for Greg, I just don't, I think it's for show. I think, and this is no offense to anybody who do these things.
You are definitely offending.
You are 1,000% offended right now.
Definitely offending.
But when people like shouting and running up and down, and when people start prophesying, you gonna live on the street, Dunbar. I don't know what Dunbar is, but you gonna live on the. No.
They do that?
Yeah.
Don't do that. I don't even know what Dunbar is.
Yeah. When they start speaking in tongues and making noises, yeah, no. I'm not with it. And none of that stuff don't, yeah. If anything, it just makes me want to, like, I sit there and straight facedness is just like,
I'm screaming.
And hoping the pastor don't make eye contact with me. Because I feel like they're going to try to do some shit.
Like what?
I don't know. He's going to try to come over there and try to get something out of me. He's going to be really upset. Like, really, really upset because I'm not going to stand up. I'm not going to pass out. I'm not going to, you good, bro?
I feel like I had a booger just hanging in my nose now. Like, it's loose. And I feel like it was just hanging, and I kept feeling it.
It's nothing from hanging from your nose, bro.
Yeah, it is. I got it. This is bad.
Stop!
I feel it, and it's bothering me. Okay, I have a big nose, so like...
Your nose not that big.
It got a lot of space. So when it start hitting shit, I'm aware.
She said it got a lot of space, y'all.
All right, I'm better. I'm sorry, you guys. Go ahead.
Yes, that's about you. But yeah, have you ever had a conversation with a closed-minded person? How did it go? How did it make you feel? That was a lead up to it. That was the second part of the question.
Yeah, because I've worked in customer service, so there's a lot of people with different personalities. There's some people that are open to telling me their life story, and there's other people that are very like straightforward, and there's other people that like automatically hear your voice, have an assumption of who you are, which I think is hilarious because depending on how I approach the phone call, my voice is a little ambiguous, so it's like you don't even know until you know. But at the end of the day, like even if I had those conversations, I was probably getting paid to have those conversations.
Yeah, let's talk about it when it's in your leisure.
I'm walking away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I'm be right back.
I am the total opposite.
You're gonna entertain it.
1000%.
I don't.
One or two, three reasons, right?
Okay.
And I'm gonna give you two good examples.
Well, I can say one from my personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
You love to argue.
Yes.
What are your other two?
Well, that was one of them.
I knew that was top. That was top one.
So what?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead,
I do like to argue.
Yes, he does. On purpose. Don't have time. All the time.
Not too much.
Sometimes.
But the other reason is because you look stupid and I want to indulge.
Yes. I feel like that. And the thing is that you don't even need an audience. You just need them to hear them.
Yes, like my uncle is like that. I love my uncle.
I'm screaming.
Like, love him because he is so. He's one of those. He's a 5%er. So he got his beliefs. Like, he told me don't ever step in his house again with my chains on because I got like Christian stuff on it. He was like, don't ever step in my house again with that on you. You God. I said,
Okay.
I said, explain that. He was like, they don't want you to know that you have all the knowledge. Because they let you know that you got all the knowledge, then that makes you human. You ain't human. You ain't mortal. You're a God. I'm a God.
Well, does he have a house?
Yeah.
He has a car.
Mm-hmm.
And he take care of his family.
So he God?
To his household, yes. Amen to Jesus.
No, he's just the man of his household.
He's a God of his household.
No, he ain't.
Oh, well.
But I like my uncle. I love my uncle.
I'm screaming.
He's my favorite person to talk to.
I bet.
But yeah, that's all I had on this topic. Just, being in South Africa made me feel like the problems that we have here in this country just mirrored the same problem that they have in another country.
Yeah, and they have it in a lot of different countries too. Everyone may not be looking exactly like us, but there's still civil rights and there's still racism. I hate the way I sound when I'm listening to it. There's still racism.
Racism, I got you.
Racism.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah, everywhere. Like, it's something that has been embedded not only in American culture, but throughout the world.
But that's so interesting you say racism, right? Because in order for racism to happen, the majority needs to be oppressing the minority. But in South Africa, it's the minority oppressing the majority.
Because they have money.
So is racism about quantity of people, or is it just about economic status?
Both. And I think it's what you're allowing to be influential in your life, because
That's good.
If I'm thinking about, there's these white people in Africa, and even if I want to overpower them, I don't have the financial backing to do so. At this point, they have literally brought all the land that I'm on. How am I supposed to be able to do anything?
Because there's more of you.
But if we are in a space where I can't make more than the people that are oppressing me, what does that mean? Do we go violent? Do we start kidnapping? Like, I think now you're saying, like, allegedly, to overrun these people. But
like, that's what, like, I don't agree with what Kanye West said, but that's what he was saying. That's what I believe he meant by when he said slavery was a choice. Like, there's 20 of y'all and one of them. Why didn't y'all just, like, say, fuck this nigga?
feel like unless there is like a leader in this point where there is someone able to financially back and support these people.
So you think money is... Well, I like what you said before. You said what are you most influenced by?
Yeah.
Right? So, I would say right now, money is dollar bill, y'all. If money is the influencer, then in this case, then race is more about the economic status of people more than it is the quantity of people.
That's how it started. Like, you couldn't tell me you were better than me if I was able to get the same job as you, if I was able to marry the same woman as you, if I was able to have the same house as you. But now we could do that. Mm-hmm. Doesn't change that mindset of a man that views you. We didn't have that capability. So when it comes to racism, it's not just the idea of the color, which it is. No, it's primarily color. Mm-hmm. But that society, even America, has taught us back in the day that when we had civil rights, we had to make us be human individuals in this society that we live in. That's crazy to me.
It is.
So knowing that puts in perspective of someone that's like, my family didn't have to struggle or worry about the same things that you had to. Mm-hmm. I'm better than you. But that's also a mindset.
True.
I'm done.
Just found it interesting.
I'm hungry.
Sorry to serious it out.
It's okay.
I just stuff like when I see stuff like that, the brain just get turning.
I like that because I think you growing up, because you have your own story, right? There's that story obviously as a black man, but you have your own story just as Greg Nelson in itself, right? Mm-hmm. But then you go to other countries and you realize that there's people that may have the same Greg Nelson story as you and living the same story as you as well. But where are they at? Mm-hmm. And I think it's good for you to see outside of Jersey because obviously you have traveled. But I think it's good for you to see outside of a country that has tried to build us up and low-key knock us down at the same time. And you realize that no matter where you go, there's struggles happening like that everywhere. And Absolutely. Sometimes even harder than yours. Ain't that true? So yeah, that's all I got.
Cool. Your topic.
Oh, okay. Shoot. All right. So my topic I actually found on Twitter.
TWITTER.
It's from World Philosophy. If you want to follow them, it's at ML_philosophy. And their question was, after a breakup, how much time do we need to move on and accept new love?
So I'm guessing you talk about from the perspective of the person who was dumped, or just you in general? Because when you said it the first time, I thought it from a different perspective.
I think we could talk about both.
So we talk about personally to yourself, right?
Of course.
Okay. Because I don't dwell on shit. It's probably one of my biggest flaws. I think once you've addressed it, it's trauma. It goes back to the conversation about trauma. A breakup is a traumatic thing. Once you've addressed it, you understand what happened. You can still disagree why it happened. Once you understand it happened, I think you owe it to yourself to move on.
Okay. I agree with that.
Oh, shit.
But I think that people heal and grieve and go through all that process at a different time span. Mm-hmm. They don't get through it in 2 weeks, a month, or 6 months. Sometimes if you've been with someone for 10 years I can't tell you that in 6 months, unless you was done 5 years ago, 3 years ago, even 2 years ago, already, you just stayed till the mortgage was paid, that you're able to just say, I'm ready to be with somebody else, unless you was already outside. Because at that point, you have poured into that person had poured into you, sometimes when you didn't want it, sometimes when they didn't want it. There's a lot of like, just, it's like a detox period that you also need. Not just saying that you can't date or be outside, but that's if you already decide that it was over. But I really think that you need a moment for you to kind of just heal from that experience, whether it was good, bad, or indifferent. Just kind of like understand that you were still great. It didn't work. You can move forward. And even if you think it was a day, it's not, because now you also understood there was habits you built in that relationship. There were triggers that were created in that relationship. There was a lot of little things that you don't understand that you now instilled in yourself as an individual, and you're packing it and ready to get outside. And I think you need to unpack it first, because there were things that happened that could have been on you. That could have been on things that happened on them. And I'm not saying the next person's is going to be the same, but if you don't allow yourself to understand what bothered you, what were the things that you saw that didn't work in that relationship, but you decided to continue to do it, be able to like hold yourself accountable to things that you noticed that didn't work for you, so you can do that in the beginning. You're not repeating a cycle. So I think there is a time frame when you do break up with someone. Should you be outside a little bit? Remind yourself, you still got it? Absolutely. But to immediately divulge yourself in someone, I think you need to like take a step back and just be like, I know what I want, but what didn't work for me? Let me do that inventory. And then now let's see what's going to work for me, because I've done that inventory.
I think it's also important to just also realize things that you did like about that relationship, and that even if you see it in the new one.
Absolutely. I mean, that's
that
first and foremost. But it's like, what concerns me is not the good, because I feel like that's automatic.
No, but that's the thing. The good should concern you, because if you see the same good in this new one that you saw in the past one, it's automatically going to start triggering the bad that came with it.
But that's why you heal from the bad.
You can. I'm saying you can heal from the bad, but it doesn't still set off a trigger of like, okay, this is good right now, but this was good. It was good then too. Yeah,
but you like what you like, so there are certain things that are going to automatically attract you. We know that
for sure.
So
it's more. I guess I'm talking more about like tendencies, not necessarily. I guess I'm talking more about emotional, not even the physical. Mm-hmm. Like if you, like, you know, at the beginning of a relationship, like it's all good. It's all good. Like you're around, you love each other, you lovey-dovey, and you remember that. Like you remember that's how it was. Like, oh, that was great. If you play music
while you have sex, you'll remember that too.
Wow. If you play music while you have sex, and then you break up, and now you in this new relationship, and now she's playing music while you're having sex, and you really like that in the first relationship, but then you remember that first relationship, and it's like, oh shit.
Well, that brings me back to you didn't heal from your triggers, because the thing is, music is relative. It's how I feel and how you feel and how we feel when we're making love and we're listening to music is different. And sometimes even playing music to the song that you play music with somebody else to a new situation changes the whole vibe of the song. Put you on a new playlist. Like, hey. But yeah, I don't think, and that's why I'm saying I don't want to take away from the good, because to me, that's automatic. You're going to hold on to that because that would attract you. I'm saying paying attention to what didn't work. So when you are going forward, you understand that they won't trigger you. The things that you did enjoy doesn't bring you back to, but this person did it, because you understood why those things bother you. Maybe you found out she used the same playlist for you for your friend. That's fucked up.
That's deep. And I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying, like, I think it's even after you've done the work to heal. Well, maybe that's because it's my definition of healing. I don't think no one ever fully heals from trauma, but it's like I think triggers just happen. But I would say the way you know you're healed is that you see the trigger, you allow the trigger to happen, but you can bring yourself back.
No, I think that if you're healed, it should no longer trigger you because you have an understanding of why this bothered you. You healed from it, and it no longer bothers you because you now trust that whatever is happening in its genuine form. It's not happening because it's a manipulative state. It's not happening because you want something from me. It's happening because it's really happening. I want it to happen, and you want it to happen too.
I think both things can happen.
Okay.
Open mind.
Yeah. Shout out to you.
No, seriously, I do think both, because I guess speaking for myself, I think that's what I do. Like, things trigger me. It doesn't necessarily mean I haven't addressed it. Like, the reason why I know it's a trigger, because I've addressed it. But because I've addressed this trigger, I can say, you know what? That's not this. Move on. Right? But it doesn't mean I wasn't triggered.
That's understood. But that's what I'm saying. I hear what you're saying. You're saying it may have bothered me, but before I responded, I understood the situation and I was able to not respond in the triggering manner.
Yeah.
I hear you. But that's also a form of healing. It's the idea that this may still have bothered me. So, okay, I agree with you.
That's what I was saying.
Okay.
Cool. I did have a follow-up question though you said
Yes.
Some people take longer than others.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing. Go.
There's certain people in your life, right? I hope that there's certain people in your life that you allow them to say, nigga, it's over. Move on.
No one has said that to me.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Is there a point, do you think, that a friend is allowed to do that?
No.
For real?
And this is the reason.
Okay.
When you get married, I know I like fast forwarded, but they tell you that don't talk about your relationships with your friends. Don't talk about your relationships with your family members. Your relationship is your relationship. That's your domain. Y'all figure it out. You don't put other people in your mess. So when you're younger, and I think your friends should always have your opinion. Not younger, when you're not in a relationship. And I think your friends, if you respect them, should have their opinions. But no friend should ever tell me to leave anyone. And I should never tell my friend to ever leave anyone.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that. I want you to finish your thought because I don't think that's not what I was talking about.
But so what are you saying?
So I'm saying like you are you're pouting around because the relationship ended. Okay. And it is just making you really unhealthy. Like you are just not doing well because of this situation. And your friend notices it. Yeah. And they've given you your time.
Yes.
And now they like, nigga.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I didn't know where you were going with it.
Oh, okay.
'Cause it's over already. You're not telling me to leave someone.
No.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I need someone to, I'm not that. I will have to do it on my own, but I would respect and appreciate my friends like saying, just reminding me that I'm amazing, that like you got it, like don't worry about it, we gonna be good. Like I would love that, even if I don't respond at first.
So my question, so going back to the original question, is there a time frame for that?
for them to actually.
Yep. So me and my significant other broke up.
I think it depends on how long I was with the person. See, this is the thing about friends. They know a lot. Okay, so they may have known it ended 3, 6, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years ago. Right? They probably had clips ready to be like, pet, 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 pet.
They were just loading it up.
Right? And so it's like, I think that you should allow someone, for me, the best thing, scratch it. The best thing for me is to ask questions and allow the person to find their own conclusions. Because, yes, I want you to be great and I want you to get out of your funk because that's the first and foremost. Mm-hmm. But guess what? We don't know if that person's going to go back. Okay? We don't know if after we go to kill shot, we find out that 3 weeks, a month, 6 months later, they back together.
Facts. That's true. That's fair.
And that happens sometimes.
It happens often.
So sometimes it's best to be a soundboard than being the person to be on the mic in that aspect. So time frame, let's go back to your original question. It really depends on how long they've been together.
Nope. I got it. I got the perfect number.
Okay, for you. Because if you've been with them for between 1 and 3 months, we gotta get through this. We gotta figure this out. Within 3 weeks.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna need you to. Cause it's 3 months. Fran. We just got the job. They didn't want you. Let it go. You gotta get a new one. That's one. So, but as we keep continuing on 5, 10 years, 20 years, I'm not gonna give you 3 weeks. I can't. My thing is, literally, you have became that person. That person probably became you. Y'all became toxic. That's why it didn't work. Why we're here. I can't do that. But like I said, as friends, we already knew it was over before it was over. So our response to them could be different.
Yeah, no.
Well, okay. You know what, Greg? I'm going to put it like this. Okay. You know what? You're right. This is me. You know what? I'm not gonna incriminate myself. I'm gonna leave it alone because I know who I am. And you know what? I think I responded fraudulently. But I think you intervened. I said what I said.
I think you intervened. If you want a time frame, right? Mm-hmm. Good rule of thumb. No matter how long, I personally believe 2 months.
Bugging.
2 months.
I don't think anybody ready after 2 months is ready to really commit to someone else automatically. You might be ready to be outside. You might be ready to double dutch out in these streets.
I'm not saying get another relationship.
But move on is being in another relationship.
Not necessarily.
Yes, it is because you move. Just because I'm humping on other people and I'm not committing myself to anyone doesn't mean that I can't go back because I'm not in a full-blown relationship. But when I'm moving on, I'm not going back. I am in a full-blown relationship. To me, that is what moving on is. Moving on is like knowing that you're not going back to the starting point. Yeah, but
it doesn't matter where you go.
You just humping on people and not having no commitment doesn't mean you're not going to go back.
To me, it doesn't have to. It's not an external thing of you are. It involves other people. No, it's literally yourself saying, "I am moving on from this relationship."
Yeah, so
I'm good. I know this is. I'm never going back to this. Maybe. I'm never going to have no relations with you.
That's
again.
Your personal experiences. That's not a lot of people.
That's fair.
A lot of people.
But that's what I'm saying. That's my definition of moving on. It's not necessarily. It has nothing to do with other people.
I think so, because you want to say that it's a mindset, but until you actually meet someone else and are open to the idea of being in a relationship with someone else and establishing something with someone else, you have moved on. If you are saying you're not going to be with anybody, you're going to be alone, you're telling me, and I'm not saying that's a blanketed statement.
That's interesting.
You have not moved on. You're in that same space, that person, or you have left that person and you haven't moved forward. But if you humping on other people, again.
So you can't say that you moved on, but I just still want to be with myself right now?
Of course. But doesn't mean that you actually did. Because my thing for me is, it's one thing to say that you don't want to go back, but moving on, my definition is I have moved on to someone else.
So
you being single will always open the opportunity for the person that you didn't think you could be with to be with, not because you want them, but because you're alone. But if you have taken away that possibility, you have moved on. But that's my definition.
That's a good definition.
I know. Niggas have moved on to me every day, B.
That's deep.
That's great.
I was just going. My second reason was, if there's clear signs that the other party has moved on, nah, nigga, you ain't going out like no sucker. So you need to get over this shit. I
agree, but at the same time, it's human nature sometimes to antagonize the person that may or may not want you, or may or may not break up with you. So I'm gonna show you that I moved on. I'm gonna show you that somebody want me, but in the back of my mind, call me. Reach out to me.
Don't show me then.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not telling you.
No, I'm with you.
But I'm just saying, like, sometimes people, because we do live in a social media era, and people like to block people. Yes, what's the next thing to do?
You ever block somebody?
All the time. I'm better now. I'm just gonna not block you and just put my red receipts on and just not respond. It feels good.
Screenshot?
Why? I just read it. You saw that I read it. I'm just not responding. Feels good.
I love the fact that I can put my receipts on for certain people.
Yeah. We know.
What do you mean we know?
Moving on.
What? Are you?
Question.
Are you moving on?
To new dialogue?
Sure. You didn't get the joke.
No, I know, but I was being funny. We didn't have to go there. Did you have anything else to say about breaking up? How long? You said 2 months.
I said 2 months.
Regardless if it's been 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 2 months.
You need to continue with your life.
Woo! What if someone has been traumatized? You think someone is able to heal in 2 months? No therapy, just by themselves.
I plead the fifth.
A Greg coming near you. Be afraid.
Why? Why be afraid?
Well, it's different, Greg, because you actually take care of your mental or whatever. But if you have that mindset of 2 months, if I know someone has been in a relationship where they didn't know how to communicate, or they were abused mentally, emotionally, I don't think 2 months is going to help them be the best person that they want for me, especially if I don't know that yet.
Okay. Let me rephrase this, right? Because I'm thinking of the phrase "move on." No, right? Okay. I just mean I'm going to tell my friend, okay, this happened, and I understand you're still going through this, but I still need you to get up and take a shower and be and move around.
I agree with you on
that's
that.
what I mean by
all right.
But move on. Yeah, 2 months though. I will give you 2 months to sit on your couch and stink.
No, give me 3 weeks. I don't want to stink. Not even. Give me 3 days, Greg. If I haven't washed my ass in 3 days, call the doctor. Because it ain't it. I'd rather sit in the shower, let the water hit my body.
And cry?
Yeah. Than just be smelling like ass.
What do you do when you need to cry in the shower, right? Oh, you just put on a shower cap. Never mind.
What do you mean?
Because you just got your hair done, so you can't get your hair wet.
Yeah.
Is it the same feeling of having a shower cap on, though?
Yes and no. Like when I'm able to like just wet my head, it's a different feeling when the water get there. But when you have a shower cap on, you can still hear the pressure. It still hits your head, and I can still sit on the shower. I love the shower. So if any way I could just be submerged in the shower, I will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shower time with Gigi. Coming near you.
No, what? I'm screaming.
You good with your topic?
Yeah, unless you have any other.
No, I'm good. All right. We gotta get new music. She took her headphones off.
It's just a little loud for me.
Oh, I don't know why.
I don't either. Let's go.
All right, new dialogue. Welcome to new dialogue, people. If you made it to the end of the show, thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
New dialogue is the part of the show where we have random thoughts. Not random thoughts, but we just talk about something that we find interesting this week, or 2 weeks. Do you have anything?
I do. My pod fam, Everything Culture, She Gets It Pod, BTG for President, Loudmouth Stereo, Young Black and Bothered. My guys, we just recorded an episode about Snowfall in season 6, so that should be dropping soon, so definitely tap into that. We had a really great time, and I think we even have visuals, so you'll get to see all of us. It was a really great time, a really great conversation. Snowfall was a season, and we even like touched on other seasons as well, but primarily we focused on season 6, and it was a dope episode. So
I already watched the last episode.
I feel like I needed to too, and I feel like it should have been longer, but that's just neither here or there. So yeah, that. And is there anything else?
They did that last episode really well. All the symbolism.
Yes, and the 360. It put a. I told you, it put a bow on everything.
It did. I guess I was thinking more about like society. The way Franklin ended, to me, is societal. Like,
I think it was a generational curse that wasn't broken.
That's one way of looking at it. That's true. I was thinking about how America uses its people. Think about the military and how people talk about all the time. You go fight for this country, and then you come back and they treat you like shit. Or just in general, how sometimes people feel like people use them, get what they need out of them, and then when they need help, there's no help. I thought, to me, that was the big picture for me of Franklin's ending. Like that was very well.
He was also the detriment to himself. He let greed, he let the money, he let his ego overpower everything that he could have done.
For sure.
He destroyed his relationship not only with his baby mother, aka about to be wife, I guess, with his mother, with everyone around him.
So they should just give up on him.
I didn't say that, but I can say is that it's not about giving up to me now with Franklin. Franklin feels like he's free. This is the most free he's ever been. How am I saving someone who feels like they're more free than they ever been? How can I tell you to be...
That's also perspective, because that could just seem, to me, that's just somebody. It could be perceived as somebody who just like, there's no way up, so might as well just accept this. This is it. So I'm gonna make lemons out of lemonade. I am free.
Maybe.
It's so many different ways. I think that episode. No, I think Snowfall can be studied. That's how good I think the show was written. From many different perspectives.
And I think that's the bittersweet thing about it, is that because John Singleton did and like put his actors and actresses in these environments so they can really understand the culture. It's sad that to know that the actual individual that the character is based off was not a part of it. Like, to know that, like, you got this story, but that's not it, you know? And I'm really excited to know if he ever has the opportunity and have someone with the same, you know, not even the same characters, but cinematography to be able to play story that he believes is true. Because I think Snowfall opens to a lot of adaptation for me. I'm open to that. I'm not ready for it to be over yet, but I enjoyed it.
That's how you know they've done a good job.
Yeah.
The fact that you want more. Shout outs to them. Yeah. Oh, my new dialogue is coming to grips with new truths. So I'm gonna just put it out there. I don't support people. Like, no, please back up, time out. I gotta watch what I say. That's not how I'm it.
That was so good.
That was terrible.
That was on the money.
I don't support things. That's what I meant. Like, I don't support things. Like, I mean, like, you hear about stuff and you wanna listen to stuff, or you wanna watch stuff, or you wanna read stuff, but you like, no. Let me just, for me, like, I got other stuff to do, and I just no. So I'm gonna just be honest with myself about things. Like, no, I'm not gonna watch that. No, I'm not gonna read that. If it's not a reel, don't send it to my phone.
Or IG Live.
Damn sure don't send that to my phone.
Send it to mine.
So yeah, I support people. I don't support things.
Understood. Do you want to be better?
No.
So what was the point? You're just letting people know.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a truth of myself that I had to come to grips with.
Understood completely.
Yeah. Of course I want to be
so
better, but I don't feel like that's a negative thing.
You said you support people, you don't support things, or you support things, you don't support people?
I don't support people. Stop doing that. Why you do that? I don't support things. I support people.
Sure. Okay. Got it. Boom.
If it's effortless, I will support you.
Understood. Are we there?
She internalizing this, y'all.
Are we there?
Are we there? What? Oh, then? Oh, yeah, I'm done.
Now it's time for so long.
Can't we just sing one more song?
Thanks for doing your
You heard the new one?
No.
So good.
Thank you so much for making this far into this episode.
It's so musical. It's
Greg,
like,
you want to let them know how they can find you and how they can find us?
Yeah. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GregNelson26, because my name is my brand. And follow the pod at JustAConvo_pod on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all the places that you may want to find us. Yo.
Awesome. Thank you so much, my amazing individuals. You can find me on Twitter at GCarly7, and that's GQARLY and the number 7. If you forgot today, if someone didn't tell you today, if you woke up and were just like, it's May today, Greg and I want you to know that we want you to go be great.
G-R-E-G.